This past year, we've seen more graffiti throughout our community.
Lurking among the port cities, Wilmington, San Pedro, etc. Shout out to MTA, one of my favorite parts of Los Angeles. Obviously, my obsession with the port cities runs deep. It's just old school LA, to live and die in LA, Usual Suspects. So many of my favorite movies filmed out here. Gonna take you to some random spots today. Doesn't get much better than this. This is Lurking Defined. Shout out to POSH up here, Robots for Days, LAJ, CBS. I mean, wood pallets. If this doesn't make you think about lurking in Los Angeles, wood pallets, faded graph, and trains, this is it. Picture me rolling, LOK, Alameda Street, and peep out this old POSH piece. So sick. Look at this, might fall out. Epic. Evade, super tight. I mean, this is a perfect old school LA scene. Look at this right here. This old junkyard with the palm trees and this rusted part of a car. I mean, it's as good as it gets. Shout out to Cinco and crew. You got the old drawbridge over here as well. Shout out to KLAE. He hit this car here. A lot of the same folks I saw in the Long Beach Bando. You got Shucks and Kinos here, super tight. And then of course, KLAE again. Keen, SMUGR. You got Dog in the middle of the street over here. This is where all the chop shops are down here. Some legal, some not so legal. Amazing industrial Los Angeles. Most people never come down here. Shout out to Blue. Larry and Movie from SYB on the other side of the fence here. The SMUGR tape. Look at how dope this old facility is right here. Got another Kinos and Shucks here. Super dope one from Shucks with the 8-ball character. Tons of throw-ups. Props to all the port cities. I always see this smoking dog character. Who's that again? Somebody call it out. Look at this, it's just all brake lights and stuff. Tito's Auto Parts. I love that you had that epic scene in Heat where Pacino knew that they were being watched. They're looking at us.
You wanna know what they're looking at? What? Us, the LAPD.
And then in classic form, right across the way, you don't have full trains today. You have like the bottoms of trains. You don't have the actual containers on the top of these container trains here. ARG. I'm not sure who this is, SMUGR, but I like this. Someone from VRS. Vegor, VRS. On some days you'll see full freight trains here, full cargo trains here, and they can go down the rails for a while. So today I'm just giving you a teaser. By the way, you guys all know the code. It's respectful to always keep these numbers legible. So any true rider knows to always keep the numbers of the train legible, not mess this up for everyone. Ain't paying for paint, racking for life. Got the San Pedro Tower here. Easily one of the most mysterious cities in Los Angeles. Incredible history, sketchy history too. Shout out to the DIY skate crowd. You got Channel Street right here. Iconic spot. Again, Anytime I'm in the South Bay, I'm gonna shout out DAEWON everywhere. Something for everyone. This is like a pretty fun little kiddie zone. So if you're getting started, they got something for you. If you're just like a Grom or somebody just new to skating, this is an easy adjustment in some of these areas, right? If you wanna like learn how to do some mellow grinds, drop-ins, this is the spot for you. But this park will give you everything you want if you want to push your limit. Soaking today, so harder to film. Dope paint job in here. Then you got the Port of LA over there. Look at that mini bowl over there too. Remember DAEWON's karate chop at the end of SKATEBOARDING here with Tim Gavin holding up the board, smoking a cigarette. I don't know who did this, but this art is super sick. This park is definitely steep and tight, so don't be fooled by the little opening section out there. This spot will give you all you bargained for if you're looking for more of a challenge. But I like that there's all these random little nooks and crannies here. You got the Terminal Island prison over there. So of course you're gonna have a bail bonds place here, open 24 hours. Sylvia Bail Bonds. This is dope. I love how faded this is. Not sure who it is. This is as old school LA as it gets, in my opinion. You got the refinery over here, trains, industry, ports. I mean, the amount of history here is unbeatable. Love these boxcars. Shout out to Jabber. He hits a lot of trains. You got Bleak here as well from CBS. Shout out to Bleak and Anger. Can't really read who this is, but I love how well it's faded into the red. As I always say, shout out whoever you can name. Also, nothing beats train scrawls. Look, we got an underbite scrawl up here. Shout out to him, representing since 2022. This is tight. Somebody tell me who this is. This is super ill. So I'm a sucker for characters in massive pieces. I mean, look at this. Sket 1. Sick one from Mecro. 100%. Look at this cool old scrawl here from September of 23. Shout out to King 157. This is the other side. Super tight. IRL. Here's Jabber and an open door. Look at how beautiful this is. This feels like just an homage to industrial culture. I'm not sure which artist this is, but this is super tight and it looks old. You got the train here, a couple people, a crane. I mean, this is incredible. First Lean 2018. Shout out to Lords. Look at the perfect fade on this train. Shout out to Astro from Lords. Super tight. And UT up top. I gotta get out of here. I don't want to get stuck waiting for a train coming around here. There's obviously a train coming around here right now, and I want to get in front of it because I do not want to wait for it. So, crossing. Port of Los Angeles. Got some bullet holes in that window up there. Look at this amazing old building. It used to be Beacon Storage. Shout out to ENDEM up here. Of course, he rappelled off here. I'm sure it's amazing up in that building. Not positive how to get in. Maybe there is a way in over there. You got double bandos right here. Sick combo right here. There was some sketchy character outside who was clocking me. Solo today, not hanging out here long. I guess I didn't get a permit, but if you want to get one, go for it. Classic spot. anybody knows, DAEWON hit this. Going through the tunnel here. Dope characters. A lot of crew rollers and other rollers from folks. Classic history at this spot. Dope character. Of course, you're gonna see a Modelo tall boy in here. I know I shout out Modelos, but it's always good to see an Old English tall boy as well. I'm used to Old English glass 40s, but settle for a tall boy. You got Chubbs out here. D4W, Fluff. A lot of history here. PhD, Mecker. I feel like I'm pronouncing that wrong. Anybody shout out what you see. Saint. I met this dude last time I was here, VQRO. How do you pronounce that? Cut my head coming in here. My head's bleeding. Frustrating. But how sick is this configuration with the bridge and these buildings? I like that skull over there. It's like every nook and cranny is dope. You gotta just look around. Look inside these old bunkers. It takes a lot of effort to get inside these, but what I love about writers is they find a way, right? Like, you're always gonna get somebody who's gonna find a way into these spots. I'm trying to be that somebody a lot of the time, but sometimes like I commend all the effort. Like truly confused as to how people got in here. It's the classic thing, like you see this at a lot of these spots of just wondering, like, it's one thing to bring bolt cutters and all that, but like how somebody gets in here is beyond me. But clearly people do it. It's like you got little holes here. I don't think anybody can fit in those. And as you can see, every nook and cranny has been painted. I'm sure there's incredible history here. I mean, you're right near the coast, so there's probably like stories galore from this spot. Pickle P. So many pieces to call out. So as I said, shout out whoever you recognize. So yeah, I have no idea how people got in here. I'll stick my arm in, you can see. You can see that people have bent these, but no one's fitting in between there. So it's just kind of interesting to think about how someone got in here. I love how many tags there are just on the ground. I mean, just years of people coming here. Bart Simpson, Ace Pro, Homer Simpson. Oh, you got a lot of beer cans, a lot of old cans. Definitely a party spot. Area 2025. Silence is golden. AWK. This dog character is tight. I've seen this around. Who does this? This dog character here. Look at all these old cans. Acme. Dang, Loop. Fear and Bellin. And this is sick. Who's this? Somebody from WAI, Tits, and WST. Beautifully lush. Obviously, California's been getting a ton of rain. Again, another one where I'll stick my hand in, but. Oh, here's our answer on this one. So look at the effort that people put into this. I already cut my head going in the other one, so I'm not trying to crawl in here right now, but I'll give you guys a view. I'm also not like a tiny little dude, so fitting in there is not that hard, but a little bit of a squeeze. I didn't see that on the other side, so maybe I was blind on the other side when I filmed the one over there. Huge STP roller here. The There used to be another one over here. Now it's 200K. You got another pickle roller down there, another bellin roller. And then there's that depths. There's like a school over there. It's funny, last time I was here, I found all these like random Scantron tests and stuff like that. So you definitely encounter just random artifacts. This is nerdy history, but like how many years of different paint do you see on this thing? How many layers? I mean, just look at that. How many layers of the wall? I mean, this spot's been running for decades. So I nerd out on history of stuff like this. Easily one of my favorite parts of Los Angeles County right here. The Korean friendship bell. Everybody will know it from the iconic scenes in Usual Suspects. Rest in peace to the legend Peter Green.
Enjoy LA, huh? Get yourself laid.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know, feed it to the gimp. Eases pain, I don't know what that is.
Check out the beauty of this architecture. Every subtle detail of this thing. The paint, the bell itself. This friendship bell was gifted to the United States in 1976 as a sign of friendship between our countries, and it weighs 17 tons. It makes sense. We're at the Port of LA, and Koreans are the world's biggest shipbuilders. And I don't think you have a more beautiful section of the California coast, in my opinion. You have a clear view to Catalina, even though it's a little bit of a misty day. And then I'm going over to Sunken City in a minute. California's most beautiful basketball court, in my opinion. Look at this guy. He's not even moving. He's just taking in the view of the coast. Unstable cliffs. Love the detail of these subtle little portals here. In 1929, a massive landslide took out this whole community. This is what's left of it. There were coastal houses here, and it's been an amazing no man's land spot ever since then. One of the most fun spots to lurk. Super muddy today, slippery excursion down here. Double shout out to DAEWON Song for skating this spot. People have skated it since, but I think he was the one who first did something of significance here. I like that it's pretty much like apocalyptic California perfection. You got spray paint on trees, an old city in ruins, and then a beautiful vision of the coast. It's kind of like the, I don't know, sound nerdy saying like the metaphor for California, but people just talk about how California's falling apart, but it's also beautiful and crazy. So this place kind of geographically represents the craziness of all of California's paradoxes of like natural beauty, but also chaos and grime and things falling apart. Got an old Ultra spray can here. Backpack, if anybody wants a backpack. These used to be streets. So look at this, these were actual streets. I know that sounds obvious, but I mean, just look at how it fell apart. I'm sure there's other ways they could have remediated this, but the way it looks now is perfect in my mind. You can see like firecrackers. There's a dang can, Modelo that's not finished, unless it's urine. Yeah, not really many like specific writers to call out here. It's kind of a spot where people just come kick it. I mean, there's definitely been writers who've done pieces here over the years, but it's definitely more of a lurker spot. See people here shooting air guns, chilling, drinking beers, breaking bottles. A lot of rap videos here, movies here. Big Lebowski scene, the epic scene with Walter getting ashes on the dude's face. In peace, Donnie. Donnie surfed from here to Malibu, and Leo Carrillo.
We commit your final mortal remains to the bosom of the Pacific Ocean, which you love so well.
This is cool. This just looks like really good art. Look, you got like a skate character here. I should know who this is. Someone call this out. This is super sick. I feel like I've seen this before, but somebody doing like a heel flip, and you got all these casitas in the background. It's a bummer that people went over this. This is like a super beautiful, intricate piece. I have no idea who did this, but somebody called this out. You got a bunch of throw-ups here. Not sure who they are. But landscapes like this, you just can't find, man. This is something else. Been coming here for decades, and it never ceases to entertain me. Such a good lurking spot. Shout out to Rolex. This used to be a market. Bummer that that's closed. Got Nikki Nailed It up here. Walker's Market. I love this public stage at Point Fermin Park. Maybe we should do a Black Book meetup here. A bunch of LA artists come here and swap Black Book tags. Then you got the Point Fermin Lighthouse. It's been here since 1874. Talk about history. Look at this beautiful building. You have an active lighthouse that still guides ships into the harbor. Look at these incredible ficus fig trees. I mean, these have been here for hundreds of years. Perfect climbing tree. Then you always got to stop by the Chowder Barge and the Leeward Bay Marina, the only floating restaurant in all of Los Angeles. You can hear the trains. Shout out to DEEJ and Larry, everyone else here. Anytime you see stickers like this, you know you're going somewhere good. Baby Jiggles for president. Great spot for what's about to be a rainy day beer. It's about to rain right now. Couldn't be a better spot for it. They have an incredible clam chowder burger that's doused, but for today, I'm just stopping in and getting a beer and a clam chowder. Hits the spot. Lots of history here. Definitely look it up. I did a short video on the place, but incredible old school spot. Well worth a visit. Doesn't get doper than the surfboards on this wall. Obviously you got the stickers up here. Super cool. Epic old spot. And then you got the train going right up there. Can I identify any pieces here? Hard to see from here. Iconic double kinked rail here. Shout out what's been done here before. It's here, ready for you. Shout out to Nam's Red Door, Vietnamese cuisine. I just love how small and old school this restaurant is. No walk-ins. Reservations required 24 hours in advance. I don't think you're gonna get a better dive bar sign than this. You hear a lot of people talk about dive bars that aren't actually dive bars. The Spot cocktails, that's incredible. Clientele, got this GT 5.0 here. They're open in the morning. Doesn't get better than this Port of Los Angeles Warehouse #1 building. In 1917, when this building was built, it was the largest warehouse building west of Chicago in the United States. Got the old elevator, freight elevator shaft here. And then look at the lions on the building here. They don't make buildings like this anymore with that sort of detail. I'm also a sucker for old signs. There's a great sign. Detectable amounts of, there's an old asbestos or chemical sign. Incredible. Then you got the iconic Vincent Thomas Bridge here. One of my favorite opening scenes in a movie is when Richard Chance bungee jumps off this in the beginning of To Live and Die in LA. You got the oil derricks out there. And that's a wrap on San Pedro. Shout out to the one fishing boat out there. I hope he gets a good catch.